Hey guys, Marisa at KitchenTableStamper.com. Today I'm going to run you through this fun, extra special Punny note card. Alright, let's get started right away. Let's go through the supplies that you'll need. I've used Stampin' Up! Stitched Shapes Framelits. We're going to use the second to largest oval die. I also have the Wish Big Framelits die set here, and we're going to use the pom-pom for the top of the hat to make this fun little flower embellishment. I've got the Basket Builder Framelits and the Basket Bunch stamp set. These are available in Stampin' Up's Occasions catalog, and they are available as bundles. So if you buy them together, you save 10%. We need a couple of colors of ink for this card. We're doing a lot of tone-on-tone stamping. You can see in the eggs and in the flower. So you'll need Pool Party, Early Espresso, Pear Pizzazz, Calypso Coral, or Watermelon Wonder, and so Saffron. For your consumable supplies for this project, you'll need some 1/2 inch by 5 1/4 inch strips of designer series paper. Here I used the Tasty Treats. You'll also need scraps of So Saffron, Pear Pizzazz, Pool Party, and Watermelon Wonder. I have a square here that's 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. This is Whisper White. You'll need a strip that's at least 4 1/4 inches long by 3/8 of an inch wide. That's for your greeting. And your card base is Whisper White. It's 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. These measurements will be available on the blog in a printable project sheet. So buzz on over to KitchenTableStamper.com and get that printable. Let's do our stamping, shall we? So I've got eggs with all different patterns. There's 3 different. There's a solid and a polka dot and a striped egg. And we're going to stamp each of those with their coordinating ink on the cardstock. So here I have a Calypso Coral ink and a Watermelon Wonder scrap. It works out pretty good. I don't have Watermelon Wonder yet. I might get it before it retires. Those in colors are retiring this spring. Okay, then I've got my Pear Pizzazz and a solid egg. Just take your time with gentle pressure so that you don't blush. When the inside of the stamp image fills with ink, and then you press the stamp to the cardstock, if you press too hard, you'll create a vacuum, and you'll suck the paper up to the center of the stamp, and then you'll blush on open images like this. Okay, so there's our 3 eggs. We need a couple of leaves for our flower. These are Pear Pizzazz on Pear Pizzazz. Next I have a little speckle image here, and this is from the Avant Garden stamp set. This is one of our stamp sets that's free during celebration. So if you were to buy the Cool Treats paper and the Basket Bunch bundle, you would get the Avant Garden for free. And I love this little speckle image here. It's nice and whimsical. What we did is stamp So Saffron with So Saffron ink, and then we're going to die cut that and make a flower. Let's get our big shot. Okay, here we are with our big shot, and we'll have to run through a couple of passes here, but we can do some of this die cutting at once. I've got my pieces all arranged on the platform. It's a magnetic platform and then a cutting pad. And then what we can do is cut an egg, a leaf, and a flower all at one time. Let's run that through. We're gonna have to run through more than once, so I'll finish the die cutting these images and I'll be right back. Okay, because we have 3 eggs in 1 egg die, this requires 3 passes through the big shot. But I wanted to cut back in here and show you that the next step here is we're cutting out our 3rd egg, and we're also cutting out our stitched oval for that focal point of our card. Okay, here we are. Now here's our oval, but you don't want to throw this scrap away yet. And our last little egg. Let's begin to assemble the card, shall we? All right, first I've got my strips of Tasty Treats paper, and I want to add some snail adhesive to the back of those. We're going to start them maybe a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch from the edge. We'll butt them right up against each other. There it is. Isn't that pretty? I've got a 1/4 inch circle hole punch here. Last I checked, it was on the clearance rack for Stampin' Up. So you might be able to score a deal if you don't already have one. We'll cut a 1/4 inch circle and hold that aside. Now we're done with that scrap and you can throw it away. We're going to just dab the tiniest bit of multi-purpose liquid glue in the center of that pom-pom. And we're turning it from the pom-pom on a party hat to a pretty little flower embellishment. I love to find ways to make my purchases even more valuable and more useful. So there it is. We've made our little flower. Got one last little bit of stamping here. I need an early espresso pad and the crumb cake banner. I've got a sentiment that says you're extra special. I'm gonna stamp that towards the right hand side, leaving a little bit of space because we're gonna angle the edge here. Cute sentiment, love that. Okay, pair of scissors and we'll trim the edge. Okay, we're going to tie a little bow on our sentiment here. I've got some linen thread about 12 inches, and we're gonna tie a bow. What a cutie. All right, a little snail adhesive on the back of there. And let's line this up. We want the bow off the side of the oval, and we want the tag to extend just past the edges. And not quite a 1/4 inch up at its widest point. We'll trim the tails of our linen thread and put some dimensionals on the back of our sentiment. I've got some that I cut in half ahead of time because we'll also put one on the sentiment on the edge there. Okay, let's place our sentiment. And once we've got that where we like it, let's flip and trim off the excess of this banner here. Dimensionals on the eggs. Place the little eggs above the sentiment. I've got my little flower here, and we're going to add a glue dot to one of the petals. And then add these leaves. So we're just going to catch the edge of those on that glue dot. There's our flower embellishment. We'll need half of a dimensional. Put it on the opposite side of the leaves and adhere to the card. And there they are. Aren't they cute? Aren't they extra special? Okay, if you've got any questions about this project, email me, marisa@kitchentablestamper.com. And buzz by the blog, get the printable project sheet, and you'll find all your Stampin' Up! Needs there. kitchentablestamper.com. Thanks for watching.